If you recently received 500,000 or more from an inheritance, business sale, divorce settlement, lawsuit settlement, life insurance payout, real estate sale, or it could even be retirement or another major windfall, first 90 days matter a whole lot more than most people realize. The biggest mistakes often happen early, not because people are careless, but because they feel pressure to do something. Pay off the house, invest the cash, help the family, buy something big, make the money, quote, productive. And sometimes the decisions that feel responsible in the moment can create problems later. This video is especially for someone who recently receives or expects to receive a large sum of money and wants to avoid rushed decisions. Hi, my name is Tommy Cloud. I'm a certified financial planner. I'm also a certified Kingdom advisor and the founder of Third Act Retirement Planning. It's a company that I started back in 2000. I help people all over the country who receive $500,000 or more in sudden wealth make wise financial decisions before taxes, family pressure, and rushed investing create costly mistakes. Here's what I want you to understand. The first 90 days are not about making every decision. They are about avoiding the wrong ones. This is educational, not personal financial, tax, or legal advice. Your situation may depend on the type of asset, tax rules, deadlines, and your broader financial plan. There's your wonderful disclosure. Let's talk about decision number one. Protect the money before you try to optimize it. Now, that may sound simple, but it is often skipped. Before you invest, give, spend, or pay off major debt, you need to know where the money is, how it is titled, whether it is insured, and whether any tax form, estate documents, or deadlines are involved. For example, cash in a checking account may need different protection than inherited investments, stock options, business sale proceeds, or settlement money. The goal in the first stage is not to be brilliant. The goal is to avoid a preventable mistake. Decision number two, do not confuse motion with progress. This is a big one. People love to start doing things, and sometimes what they're doing is counterproductive to their long-term goals. A lot of people feel uncomfortable when a large amount of money is sitting still, and they think, I need to invest this right away. But fast investing without a plan is going to backfire, can backfire. I've seen people invest quickly, then panic when the market dropped because there was never a real plan behind the decision, and they weren't confident in how their money was invested. They didn't understand it. Before investing sudden wealth, you may need to answer a few basic questions. How much should stay in cash? How much is needed for taxes? How much supports retirement? How much can be invested long term? How much risk can you actually handle? If these questions are not clear, moving fast may not be progress. It may just be activity. Decision three, pause before paying off the mortgage or major debt. Paying off the house can feel safe, and for some people it is. If you receive $2 million and your mortgage left on your home is $200,000, yes, that can be a no-brainer. But if you receive $500,000 and your mortgage is $200,000, that is certainly something to discuss. It should not be an automatic move. I've seen people pay off a mortgage immediately only to realize later they needed more liquidity for taxes, health costs, family needs, or retirement income. Once money is locked into a house, it may not be easy to access without borrowing again. And of course, as we know, borrowing involves cost. And in this particular case, it would be unnecessary cost. So before using sudden wealth to pay off debt, look at the full picture. Interest rates, cash flow, taxes, retirement income, emergency needs, and how much flexibility you want to keep. Decision number four, do not make family promises too early. And boy, is this a big one. And what type of family promises do you want to make? And this also involves making promises to your church or other ministries that you may be supporting. You do this too early, and you may end up with a problem. This may be one of the hardest parts of sudden wealth. People are going to ask for money, You want to be generous. You may feel guilty, pressure, responsibility, but giving money before you understand your own plan can create problems, of course. I've seen people give large sums to family before they knew whether their own retirement income was secure. And also, they're giving money to family for what? And the things that I've seen people give money to family for, they're not helpful. It's just making their life more comfortable instead of rewarding them for hard work or good goals. Were they prepared for a goal of something? Maybe they want to buy a business. That's a good one. Or maybe they want to go buy themselves a bigger house. That may not be such a good one. So that also goes into play when you're giving money to family. A better first answer may be, quote, I'm not making major decisions yet. I'm taking time to build a plan. Now, that answer is not selfish. That is wise. You don't want to give someone your word and then go back on it. That's not a good thing. Decision number 5, build your advisory team before the big decisions. We've talked about this many times. The Bible says in Proverbs that there is victory in a multitude of counselors, and talks about in other places the importance of receiving wise counsel. We also see in the Bible what happens when people receive poor counsel. Sudden wealth often touches several areas at once: taxes, estate planning, investments, insurance, retirement income, family gifting, ministry gifting, charitable gifting, in other words, asset protection. That is why you may need to coordinate with an enrolled agent, a CPA, an estate attorney, or a financial planner. One professional may not see the whole picture. For example, an investment decision may affect taxes. A tax decision may affect cash flow. You remember the song, the head bone's connected to the neck bone's connected to the backbone, and then it just keeps going. The leg bone, it all goes together. It's not like one thing. It's like how our bodies work. Our organs don't just operate independently by themselves. They're connected to the rest of our body. And so a problem in one area can create problems in another area. An adjustment that you make in one area is going to impact another area of your finances. The first 90 days are the time to get the right people talking before decisions are made. So here's the recap. In the first 90 days after sudden wealth, protect the money first. Do not rush to invest. Do not automatically pay off the house. Do not make quick family promises, and do not make major decisions without a coordinated plan. If you recently received $500,000 or more and you are not sure what to do next, you can apply for a sudden wealth planning session with me just using the link in the description. This call is free. There's no cost. There's no obligation. There's no hard sell. On that call, we walk through what you've received, what decisions may be urgent, and what tax retirement issues you may need attention, and what your next wise step should be. This session is not for someone looking for a hot stock tip or a quick answer. It is for someone who wants a thoughtful plan before making major decisions with sudden wealth. If you liked our video, go ahead and hit subscribe. We'll show up more in your algorithms. We will see you again on the next edition of Sudden Wealth Stewardship.